Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I will be the DM of this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Hello, I am Blouts. I play Dylan's a human bard.
Hello, my name is Darren, and I play Seltra, the Drow Artificer.
Hello, my name is Brittany, and I'll be playing Laurel, the half-elf paladin.
Hello, my name is Becca, and I play Mavari, the tiefling sorcerer.
Hello and salutations. I am James, and I will be playing the Great Sage Tirani.
I have a couple of complaints. One of them is the topic. The other one is just me wanting to bitch. I was going to the grocery store earlier and almost got hit fucking twice. I would like to put a public service announcement out there for people. When you're changing lanes, whether it be to exit, to merge, to change lanes, or because you just don't want to be in that lane anymore, fucking yield. Use your blinker and yield. It's a safety thing. It's a respect thing. Use your fucking blinker, people. I see a lot of people trying to they need to get over. So they try to speed up and get in front of the person that is in the lane that they're going to. That's not how driving works. Stop it. Okay, I'm done. But for real though, stop it. The other thing, my other bitchathon that I want to go about is I like the Batman from the 90s. Michael Keaton's Batman. I like watching it, and then I was watching the second one when I remembered what the Flash did to Batman, and I was really excited that they were bringing back Michael Keaton for it, and I was like, this is going to be so good, this is going to be so great. And then at the very end, he was like, I'm taking him with me. And it was like, yes! And I got all sad, and I got excited, because Michael Keaton was going to take down this big-ass plane as his last move before he dies. So then he slams into it with his plane. You know what fucking happens? Nothing. He hits the shield, he dies, nothing happens. What the fuck, people? They killed a legend, a hero, for nothing. Sacrifices need to mean something. And there's a lot of times that in movies it's just like, oh, seemed like a good idea. His contract was up. But I was wondering if y'all had any, you don't have to be angry about it. You can have a normal feeling, but any thoughts on sacrifices that were pointless and or meaningless in movies or TV or books?
I have not seen this movie, but it did make me sort of ask the question, why? I believe it was Zack Snyder's Superman, where his dad dies in a tornado, and his son, who is Superman, is like, Dad, I'll help you. And he's like, no, because you'll be, exposed. He wasn't even actually Superman at that point. He was just Clark. And it's just like, so you just want to die horribly in a tornado? Let your super son save your life. You're gonna leave your wife a widow because... Why? Why are you doing this? Now, again, I haven't seen the movie, but there's nothing that anyone has been able to tell me to make that scene make sense.
You've never seen Man of Steel?
I have not. Because I do enjoy superhero movies, but I never go out of my way to go see.
Out of your way? It's streaming.
Well,
you can watch it on your phone.
I mean, not necessarily out of my way, I gotta friggin' buy a movie ticket and stuff like that, but didn't have really much of a passing interest in it. But I mean, why the hell would I want to see a movie that just kills his dad for no damn reason? I
mean, that's a lot of superhero movies.
You would have to, like I said, you just contrived this man to step out into a tornado and die? Why? For what? It's literally right there. Daddy, just come here.
I will admit, I didn't really think much of it because I was just like, oh yeah, he doesn't want his son exposed. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no,
super speed. Nobody would even fucking know.
Exactly. He could literally just walk out there and help pull his dad to safety, and it would I promise you, Mr. Kent, no one will say, "Oh my God, that child is a superhero." They'll be like, "Wow, they were so lucky to have survived that tornado." That was very strange to me.
Yeah.
That was very bizarre to me.
To be fair, that movie had some weird writing, anyways.
From what I've heard, yeah, but that one really made me go, like you joked, Todd, like his contract was up, so we had to figure out some way to get rid of him.
I mean, Kevin Costner is expensive.
He is. He can command the price, I guess. They couldn't use him anymore, so
Martha
they
had a 3-movie
literally
deal.
picked him up and threw him in a tornado.
Damn.
Be gone. The tornado consumes you.
Exactly. That's pretty much how that was. But no, that was mine. That one baffles me.
That's a good one. I agree with it. Haven't thought about it, but it was a good one.
I think I'm going to anger an entire fan base here. So I'm going to do it.
I encourage you.
Iron Man. Endgame.
Oh.
I understand that, yes, it was supposed to be the end of a saga. They could have just made him take 1 Infinity Stone. Or 2. He didn't have to die that way. There was better ways.
He died bringing back everybody. So
Well, he died getting rid of Thanos' army. Hulk brought everybody back.
Yeah, Hulk already brought everyone back. That's the difference. He could have just grabbed the gauntlet and give it to somebody else. Like, there was a lot that he could have done in that moment where he was on his knees, slowly saying, "And I am Iron Man."
I mean, to be fair to Tony, and I will do my best not to break into song, it was the heat of the moment.
I
You
get
got one
why,
chance.
but for plot reasons, sure. But realistically, it made no fucking sense.
I think he was the best to die because of what it did to the audience. Because if Captain America did it, that would have been obvious. Like, people would have saw that coming. Second option to me, Thor. Although he might have lived through it.
I can see that. I can see the complaint. I really can. It was. I mean, like, much like how Todd said about, like, you know, Clark Kent's dad throwing himself in a tornado for no reason. Like I said, I can see where you're coming from. With it again, but like I said there, like, it was the heat of the moment. Like, you know, narratively speaking, it was fantastic. But I guess if we kind of stop to think about it for, like, you know, for a second, like, okay, we could have saved Tony. Tony could have made it out. But
they could have done a lot of things. An Infinity Stone could have been grabbed off, because it said that you need all of them to even be able to do the snap, which I still don't understand why it has to be a snap.
I think it's just a style.
It doesn't have to be a snap. It was a snap in the comics. That's why it was a snap in the movie.
I feel like it should have been a cha-cha slide.
He could have literally just closed his fist and accomplished the same thing.
Yeah, but overall, I've always been like, it, for a heart tug, sure, Iron Man's death works. For any logical standpoint, he could have just grabbed the gems and shot them off to someone else.
I still love him 3000.
Yeah, they love the $3 billion that movie made, so.
That did make me mad because he is the one who built a life for himself and a future, and then he died. That's my only. Yeah, that's my only, like,
Why you
reason
knew he was gonna
I agree
die.
with you.
That's the rules of the game. Never leave the party.
Never leave the party or you'll snap yourself out.
But now that I've added an entire slew of hate comments about how dare I say that Endgame wasn't the greatest thing ever.
That's
All
okay.
right. I got one that will piss off even more people, especially my daughter, who watched this movie 23 fucking times in the theater.
Yes.
Titanic. Bitch, move over on the door.
I hate to say it, but he couldn't be on the door with her. There has been a lot of
he could.
There's a lot of tests that have been done, and
But they didn't even try.
well, if they tried, they both might have died.
I think they actually did try, and the movie, and the door kept sinking. Granted, if you've seen it, if you've seen it any number of times more than one, and any time in the past, you know, 2 decades that wasn't when it was on 2 VHSs, you've probably seen it more recently than I have. Because I watched that movie at my friend's house when I was 7, and it was on 2 VHSs.
When did that movie come out? I think it's older than me.
No, well,
No, it ain't.
it was 96 or 98, right?
Todd, I was born in 2002.
Wow.
Yes, it's older than you, because I watched this movie. This is deep cut lore for Darren. Back when I lived in Miami, and that was before 2000.
That was when he was still singing that Coke.
Oh
Gotta
shit,
get that.
97. Yeah, it's older than you.
So yeah, no.
How did I have
It-
2 guesses?
they still could have taken turns. That would.
I don't think that's how that exactly works.
I
Who's
get
to
it.
say?
I like it.
Hypothermia. Nah, I do like Titanic. I do like the Titanic movie as well.
Yes.
Titanic. It's
So-
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say another announcement. I don't think women know this, but whenever males are born, we actually have to sign a contract that says you
Your
will
fucking
give your life for
blood
the woman
code.
you love. Like that's just you sign your name at the bottom. You're like, yep, okay. Like that's
Okay.
it.
With your tiny baby hands.
Yes.
You could barely have the manual dexterity to.
Becca, you've been silent. Hello.
Yeah, I have been. Because you guys were talking about movies and stuff that I have not seen.
You haven't seen Titanic?
I have, but it's been a while.
It's been a while
And
for
I-
everybody. That movie's.
It's been a while
I don't
for me too.
have enough opinions about that movie to care whether a character died or not.
Damn.
I didn't see Endgame, so.
She
But I
doesn't
was
like-
thinking about this topic on characters who unnecessarily died, and the only media I could think of was Supernatural, and there are so many characters who die and then come back and then die, and it's like at this point just either let them be dead
Pick one.
or don't kill them at all.
Pick one.
Oh.
You can't have both.
You know what? I have an example that I think, Becca, you might actually know.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, check this out. Have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
it's been a while.
Okay, so do you remember at the very end when Spike's been a piece of shit this whole fucking show, and then at the very end he becomes a good person, stands in the light, he dies, kills all those vampires,
Spoiler.
Yeah.
and then they bring him back in Angel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
I watched most of Supernatural.
I watched most of Angel, but it got kind of weird. Like I was like, I'm alright.
Angel's not that interesting.
No.
Yeah,
But when they brought back Spike after his noble sacrifice, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, let him die a hero.
Yeah, there was a lot of characters in Supernatural who didn't have to die, but did. And then, like, the later seasons when they brought back their mom, and I was like, well, what was the point?
Isn't this the inciting incident? I didn't watch Supernatural. My brother tried to get me to watch it. I think I watched season 1, and once I went to the military and I wasn't being forced to watch it anymore, I stopped caring.
I stopped watching it after they brought in Amira and the darkness bullshit. And I was like, y'all are reaching, and I don't like it.
Then you didn't watch when they literally had Castiel come out as gay for Dean, and then they sent him straight to super hell.
Oh no, I saw that. You have to understand, the internet blew up at that, and then
That was
Dean got
hysterical.
so
Straight to super hell, huh?
Yeah. So it's also Neji from Naruto.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
Okay, now please, everyone in the audience, including our beautiful listeners, I have not kept up with Naruto, so I had no idea that Neji died.
I haven't seen
Maybe
it.
died.
Could
Congratulations, I just
could,
told you.
Could you
He died
please
in the s-
elaborate as to what stupid way Neji died? What happened?
So, God, a spike was coming. I can't remember exactly what happened,
I
but a
think it was
spike was
Obito.
coming at.
Obito
Yeah.
and Naruto were having a freaking existential off.
Okay,
And Obito threw a giant spike at Naruto,
Okay.
and Neji jumped in the way to protect him and died.
Well, Hinata jumped in the way first, and
Okay.
then Neji jumped in the way next.
He could've played it close.
And I'm like, you two can deflect shit, and you blocked it with your body.
Your
okay.
whole power is spinning in a circle and deflecting things.
That's comically contrived.
Yeah.
Like you said, they could deflect stuff. Why would you choose this one time?
Because that was the time when characters were dying and Masashi Kishimoto's editor told him to kill somebody.
It was like, okay, so it was a bit like Clark Kent's dad's, like there were like 1,000 different possibilities and you chose the wrong one.
Originally, in the when it was the Sasuke retrieval arc, Neji was supposed to die.
Mm-hmm.
But because of Neji's popularity, he did not die. So that's why he doesn't have a big part in like
The second half.
Shippuden later. And I'm guessing that's why Kishimoto picked Neji as the sacrifice tool.
Yeah,
Because he was
probably.
already supposed to die.
I don't know what to do with this kid. He was supposed to die.
I think that it would have been so much more impactful if Neji had died during the Sasuke retrieval arc.
But he was too popular, the editor told him not to.
But
That's what happened to
him dying-
Byakuya in Bleach.
Yeah.
He was supposed to die at the beginning of the 1,000-Year Blood War. But it was ambiguous whether or not he would die, Kubo got inundated with hate mail from fangirls about whether or not Byakuya was going to die, so he just kept him alive. Neji did not have that.
I just think that killing him later just made it less impactful. Like, someone else could have died, and it would have been much more impactful. But, I mean, it's crazy that they let Neji die, but they brought back Guy from after doing his whole cool spiel thing. And I'm like, I love Guy Sensei. He is one of my favorite characters. But it would have been cooler. But also, yeah.
That's fair. That's extremely fair. I had no idea that. I didn't know that he died, and I had no idea that he went out like that. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's insane. Oh.
Well, you want to see who we can sacrifice today?
Razmi.
Done.
My name is Darren, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Another week, another adventure. Don't worry, this recap's gonna be simple. The players are almost to Sparta. What does that mean? They did some traveling. What else happened? Laurel turned into a werewolf, started fighting everybody. One of the ogres kind of got along with Laurel because she rolled a nat 20 on a persuasion check. So he actually defended her in the party house whenever that went down. But whenever they came back, they went back to a huge village of ogres that they had found the night before. Everybody was feasting, having a good time, drinking. And when Mavari tried to warn everybody that there was going to be a fight, they said, great, a brawl. And then when the party came back, they were all drunkenly passed out, a lot of them bloody and beaten, like they carried on without them. The party must go on. So the party traveled south. The ogre joined them for a little while, stopping at the edge of its territory. And the party got to the bottom of a mountain base. And there, they decided to go ahead and go into the party house because it was about the end of the day, but it was nighttime. It wasn't nighttime. But the sun was blotted out because the sky was completely covered in darkness. And off in the distance, they could see what they thought was maybe a dark cloud, but they're not too sure about it now. They've gotten a lot closer, have different suspicions, but nothing so far. So they go into the party house, and once they're in there, a demon tries to trap them by using a glyph and an enchantment to where the party house can no longer be exited. The rod of some security cannot reactivate in that spot, and that's how the rod works. Fortunately, there was a strange little group of furries brought on by Nephil that were there to help. Let's see here. There was a brutal badger, honey badger. There was a mentally ill chipmunk, a rasky raccoon, a slick little mongoose, and a possum with an endless supply of shrooms. And somehow they managed to bafflingly make their way through the home of this demon, interrupt its ritual, break the glyph so that the enchantment is no longer there, and they were able to free quite a few animals before heading back to the Grove of Nephil. And that is actually where we joined the party. So you guys have just entered the party house the night before. What would you like to do? Dinner and a movie? Sounds great.
Mavari is gonna head into the kitchen and start making some stuff.
What are you making?
A little surprise.
Oh dear.
It's a bomb.
No, that's
Oh,
Becca.
Oh, let's see. Do I need to work on anything?
I am going to start my nightly routine of a bath and everything. I'm gonna make it like super super quick. This go around, so I can get up, get dressed, and then go downstairs to kind of see what everybody else is up to.
Excelsior will work on fixing up LFD from any injuries he might be facing.
It's time to bathe the dragon.
I don't think he took any injuries then.
Maybe not, but he did tune up.
Yes, you're right. You're right. A tune-up.
A whole tuna.
So, if Guignol was to feast on Midnight the horse, and Laurel didn't know about it, the horse would just come back the next time you go on the rod. So, there would actually be no harm, no foul, right? Isn't that how it works?
Midnight's a horse, not a chicken.
Yeah, but Guignol's a dragon.
But you said no harm, no foul. This is no harm, no equine.
Doot. Wait,
Stop
wait.
it.
Who brought us into the party house? Was it me or was it Mavari this time?
It was you, I
It was
believe.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mavari
Okay.
handed it to you because she didn't want it to be nightmarish.
Oh, right.
With
Okay,
with
okay,
the
okay.
hellhounds running around, saying "Mok Dula Ak."
They're the same, just a little more metal.
A little more intense.
They have kiss makeup on
Oh,
and black studded leather.
yes, this is your one-way ticket to Midnight. You could call it heavy metal.
Aha.
James is the only one who's going to get that.
I
We're
got
gonna...
Oh, did you?
yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go downstairs, and I'm going to just sort of see what everyone's doing, what everyone's up to, knowing that this is kind of, I guess, our final night before we
Get to
thing.
Sparta.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna start poking my head in places and just sort of, let's start with Rasmi. How's she doing?
She's looking at the markings on her arms and kind of fingering over them, and she's actually looking at Tyr. But whenever you approach, she will look up at you. Hi.
Hey, how you doing? How are you doing?
She just kind of stares at you for a little bit. She looks back at her arms, and then she looks up at you and smiles again. I'm great. How are you?
Hanging in there.
That's good.
Yeah. It's just, sorry about last night. My condition and all.
Do you remember it?
It gets kind of foggy sometimes. Whenever that happens, I remember just the tiniest little bits and pieces. It's almost like I'm caught between a dream. So sometimes, I'm not quite aware as to what's going on, but again, like I said, I just remember tiny bits and pieces.
Oh. Well, with technicality and definitions, you should know that I tried to hug you.
Oh my goodness.
Oops.
How did that go?
It went well.
Insight check.
Okay, roll an insight check.
I don't believe that. 24.
A 24.
Mhm.
So with the way she said the definition of it, you think she might be referring to the way she grabbed you up and then dropped you from 50 feet. But she is smiling.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad that you didn't get mauled to death.
She kind of like looks at you with a sideways head. Yes, that would have been terrible.
Yes, it would have. Razmi, can you
Yes.
be honest with me?
Oh.
Oh, really?
Is it
Razmi.
about my emotional or mental state?
No.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, alright. Razmi, my head still kind of hurts. Can you please elaborate as to what might have happened?
No.
Is it something... Was it really bad? Because I've never woken up with a headache like this before.
I will try to demonstrate what happened. Do you have a coin on you?
I sort of fumble around my pockets. Do I have any money? I think I do actually. We just never. Yeah, I got a little bit of cash. Okay, I hand her one. I hand her a coin.
She's going to put her little dagger that she keeps. She puts it on the dinner table, and then she hits the coin against it, and then she just looks at you and smiles. That's what I know.
Cryptic, very cryptic.
No, there was a large center of darkness, and nobody could see in it. Once you entered that, all I heard, and then she makes a little dink sound again. But it was like a harder.
Huh. That's weird.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, I was sort of like, it'll run the side of my head. Like, okay, all right.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you remember the dark one that we faced in Athens that laughed a lot?
You mean the one the really giggly one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, I do. Why?
He had carvings in his skin.
Uh-huh.
And she looks over at Celtra, and then at her own arm, and then back at you. Do you think we're the same?
Well, it doesn't look exactly the same. The ones that were carved on the I guess just call him the Laughing Drow, seems more runic almost in nature. Yours seems kind of like what the machines have, kind of. They're more geometrical.
Part of what bothers me is there's a lot of resemblances between us and them. But they're mostly dead now.
Well,
That crazy one, while he had impeccable fashion, he was batshit crazy.
okay.
He lived.
Yes.
The evil woman, definitely evil. Like, really, really evil. She exuded it really terribly.
Mhm.
She lived.
Yes.
These people are out there. We can't sleep without wondering if they're going to be there to kill us.
Well, that's just called an enemy. And if /when they ever decide to show up and they want to go for a round 2, we'll be here.
What about the one that eats brains? The tentacles, he floats, he quietly talks into your mind.
An enemy is an enemy. If he wants a round 2, we'll give it to him.
You can't
After she
beat
says
everything.
that, Cass kicks
Love
in
that
the door.
footwear that he had, though. Like,
He did have
Really?
some ball and heels. Yes.
I know, for real.
He did have a great robe.
I know, right? Man? Like his fit was astounding. Have to know, like, who's his cobbler.
He's
But no.
immaculate.
Razmi, I wouldn't worry about them. If you spend too much time worrying about every single little thing, it's gonna drive you insane. They're not here now, and we have a task that we have to complete tomorrow. Are you feeling okay about that?
She's kind of like looks at the table And then she looks back at you and smiles. Yes,
It's okay to say you're afraid.
I'm going to die. I feel like
You're not. I mean, I
It's
can't
okay.
promise that, but
it's happened before.
What do you mean?
Me and Seltra.
All right.
We can't
so
die. We just come back.
That's that. I don't think that's happening. I think that this was just a very, very lucky. But regardless, we will do our best to get you through this.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Tyr, he's going to help me. I'm not
Yes,
going
and
to be
tomorrow
destructive.
Yeah, and tomorrow night we'll work on slightly higher level spells and see how much higher you can replicate. It's truly fascinating.
True.
I didn't realize you were eavesdropping. Actually, I would like to start on that now, if you have time.
I do.
Lorella has been a pleasure.
Well, you kind of came to my room. this is my room.
I thought we were still eating dinner. I'm very confused about where we are right now.
No, dinner hasn't started yet, my dear. Are you sure you're all right?
I don't know what's going on.
It's okay, Razmi. Just deep breaths.
I think there was an assumption that this was in the dining room, whereas at the start you did say Razmi was with Tyr.
Gone to our own rooms.
Yeah, because Mavari was like in the kitchen. I wasn't gonna bother her yet.
Well, I was gonna have Rise go to Tyr. I didn't know we were already there. Okay, then the hell, Lorel, what are you doing in his room?
Well, I was looking for
She
people.
knocked and came in. All right.
Oh, all right.
It's fine.
Tyr loves having every person in his room at once.
We're
That's true.
fine. He's an academic.
Seltra's
He
in
loves
there.
asking questions. He's an academic. Tyr!
So just in there, just
It's
extra
here.
loud power to
In
it.
his room. Yes,
Since-
lady.
Yes. Forgive me. I just wanted to check up on everybody since, tomorrow is going to be pretty harrowing. Are you doing well?
I'm doing just fine. I'm a little worried about the weather situation, but we talked the deity into going different route back to his family, so I think this will do all right.
But yeah, hopefully the weather will clear up tomorrow. If that's-
I've never seen a water demon before, so maybe they're being sieged by weather instead.
Neither have I. That sounds horrifying, actually. But I'm sure that's not the worst thing I've seen. I've seen some pretty bad things since we've been here. So yeah, you're gonna be okay for tomorrow.
I think so.
Well, that's good. I'm worried.
That was ominous sounding. That's
Really?
good.
It was meant
Yes.
to sound confident and wise. As usual, I failed that one.
No, you're very wise here. You're very wise. You remind me of.
Do I owe you money? You ain't got to go that far. It's all good.
No. Tyr, I consider you a good friend. That's all. I just want to make sure that everyone's fine.
I'm good.
We've
Seriously.
had I know. We've just had a habit of losing friends,
Charge.
and
Yeah.
I'm just worried. That's all.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, nothing in this world can kill me. Well, the body can be stopped for a while, but I'll just have to start on the other side.
Are you meaning that like literally, or is this supposed to comfort the body may decay but the soul lives on and your heart sort of thing? Or are you talking literally?
I might have to give up my mortal job, but souls are forever.
I mean, they are. I mean, if you give up your mortal job, do you have a fallback plan in the afterlife?
I already have a job in the afterlife.
Wow, that's very good job security.
Thank you.
That's a very job well done. I'm actually quite impressed. I had no idea that was even a thing.
When you work for the deities, yes, it can be.
Wow,
They are very possessive.
because as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, when we die, as a paladin, we just retire.
You go back to your deity and are judged for your actions.
Exactly. And then, like I said, as
You
far as
just
I know, we
move on, and there's a life after that. It's not like you cease to exist or something.
we have a pension plan in the afterlife.
That's the good part of working for the deities. You know where you're going, so do your job right. Otherwise,
feel it.
oh damn.
I feel like we don't talk nearly enough here. I feel like we should definitely speak more. If you could somehow, some way, find your way to Seltra's world, please do. We could I would love to talk with you more, and not just about my weird wolfy condition.
How about this? How about I send you little magic pigeons or something? It's a spell I'm working on.
Ooh.
I don't intend to go there. That place sounds dangerous as hell.
Oh, but you should see it when Seltra conjured it. It was so beautiful.
It's an interesting style of magic, one I don't intend to research much.
You should. I might research it myself after all of this, but I understand. But give it a shot. Don't knock till you try it. It's according to Seltra.
Give it a few thousand years and maybe I'll pick it up.
If he lives that, I certainly won't. Well, I think I've pestered you enough. I'm gonna have to go pester someone else. I hope you both sleep well and good luck studying.
I'll keep an eye on you.
That'd be nice.
Razmian gets up and like holds the door open, waits for you to leave, and like as soon as you like are half an inch out of it, just the door.
Don't worry so much, Razmi. I'll keep an eye on you too.
I'm going to go find Blouse. Wherever he
The
may
Dragon
be.
Man's next.
Indeed.
He is fairly easy to find.
Where are you this time?
He's probably just leaving his room with a freshly scrubbed Guignol. He has his
Nice.
coat and scale mail off this time, so it's just his boots, pants, and his under silk shirt.
It's Blouse! Guignol!
Ah, ja.
Are you doing well this evening?
I just finished scrubbing the stones out of his scales again, so that's good.
Yes, no, Guignol, you look absolutely fantastic. Wonderful luster on your scales. Are you guys feeling okay about tomorrow?
Oh, most likely not. If
said most-
the
No.
thing is, if there's a whole army of demons, that's going to be a experience for the ages.
Yeah, I kind of wish that we didn't have to experience it, given the fact that, like, I don't want anything bad to happen to my friends. But
Jeb, have we seen what the quote-unquote heroes of this world are like? They're more
Yeah.
obsessed with themselves and helping people, so I guess, we have our own duties to it.
that's very true. That is very true. Well, I mean, you've been a very good friend, Blouse. You really have.
Ah, indeed. You're a very great friend, too.
Indeed. I would, to be perfectly honest, I would like, you still owe me a spar, legal, without any cheating
a
involved.
proper one, ja.
Yes. Without any cheating involved. I would like something like that. After this, I don't feel like we should be wasting our energy on something like that so soon right now.
Certainly. Tomorrow will probably be a tiring experience, so we need all the energy we can get.
Exactly. But you owe me a spar.
I think
And
you
you-
owe me a spa.
Womp womp.
I'm really tired of my my one-on-ones getting interrupted by something or other. That seems
Well,
to be a thing.
Jeff, thankfully, with the whole Wolfie situation last night, it was the closest thing we had to one.
Yeah. Hey, do you know what happened?
I believe Seltra cast a thing called Darkness, which no one else can see through. So everyone was blind except me, and then, well, immediately after I started enveloping you.
I see, because again, like my head, it's still kind of sore, and according to Razmi, all she heard was a clanging sound. It was
Oh, that was most likely me.
okay, alright.
I started hitting you, Cyclops started hitting me, and I kept hitting you, and then you eventually fell asleep.
Okay, that sounds about right for the. Okay, alright, because like I said, I've just never had this persisting headache before. It's like I really, really knocked my head on something really hard.
How often do you get hit with lightning during your wolfiness?
You know what? Not very often, but given the fact that I almost. No, I didn't almost. I did. I got struck by lightning when Seltra was trying to fix Teddy. So, more than I would like to, actually.
Does that leave a lingering headache?
No, more of a buzzing and tingling feeling in my muscles and under my skin for a little while.
Well, then there was also the giant hand
Hmm.
It kind of grabbed you.
Oh, really?
It was like on fire. It was crazy.
Oh. Oh. Was that the hug Razby was talking about?
I don't know.
Hmm.
That's all I remember from that part.
Hmm.
I had to deal with the Cyclops trying to whack me. It's in
Okay.
darkness.
Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't get, I'm glad that nobody got hurt.
Other than you.
Yes, other than me. But that's completely and totally, I totally get it. Totally understand. Please defend yourself. Hopefully, I won't have to deal with this condition much longer, even though I have grown quite attached to it.
Oh, I would hate to see what a world of Seltra-like people would have to deal with all of that.
They seem a peaceful people. I don't want to.
Exactly. Could you
I don't
imagine
want
the
them to have
terror,
to deal with
the
that.
bloodshed?
I know. Don't say that.
That would be carnage.
It would, and I would have to relive a nightmare all over again. So, here's hoping that doesn't happen.
Oh, that would be awful.
Yes, indeed.
But if it did happen, there would be no more Seltra people.
Yeah, well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Ja, you seem to like Seltra a lot, so
I do like Seltra a lot.
I would hope you wouldn't want to slaughter him in his sleep.
No, I wouldn't. Why are you doing this? Why are you saying these things?
You see that he is giving a larger grin each sentence he says. You can tell he's fucking with you.
Shove you playfully. Stop it. Blouse, you're very weird, and I regret. I deeply regret that I have not had the opportunity to get to know you sooner.
Oh, that's because I didn't meet you until the Feywild.
Yes, no. I take it. You'll be happy to go back home. That is not the Feywild.
Don't put me back, sir.
I make the.
Oh.
I still love the joke of us just sending you back to the Feywild.
No, he's running at the door. No.
Quick
We
and
did a good thing.
Happy trail. Blouse frantically running towards the portal, fear in his eyes.
It's rough.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious. But no.
Thankfully, we don't plan on doing that to the poor boy.
Yes, we can't do that to him, even though that would be so funny.
It would be hysterical. Thankfully, we have hypotheticals for that.
Exactly. But well, I'm hoping. I really am hoping that if hopping between dimensions or worlds or whatever, however anyone around here says it, I'm hoping that we'll be able to meet each other again sooner than later.
Oh, definitely. I would want to see how the generational difference happens in time periods. Time moves differently in other dimensions.
It does. I see.
So, seeing how different your time periods go would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Tio would probably write a whole study on that.
He probably could. He could probably write several encyclopedias of it if you let him. Apparently, he's got the time.
But he is an elf.
Yeah.
They live forever.
They do.
If you don't kill them.
If you don't kill them. I unfortunately am not going to be able to,
You see his eyes kind of drifting into distance for a second. If you don't kill them.
Who wants to live forever?
Like, yeah.
Oh, sorry, what?
Are you okay?
Oh, just remembering a lot of drow I had to murder.
I see. Well, I'm going to... Well, I'm not going to talk your ear off, Blouse. Again, I just wanted to check up on you, make sure everything was alright, everything, ready.
Oh. Well, we might as well see about a nice dinner with everyone, one last time at least.
Yes, most definitely.
If we die here, then it would be better to get a good one in before the death of anyone.
You are very right. You are very right. Speaking of dining and dinner, I wonder if I should tell... No, I can't do that. She won't eat anything that anyone gives to her.
Didn't she already go to the kitchen?
I guess she did. I hope she's not bullying the servants too much. I should probably go check real quick.
I think the only one who has bullied the servants is me.
I think she bullies them when I'm not looking.
Oh, I do it when you're looking.
I know.
I'll go with you
it,
to the kitchen.
I know, it gets on my nerves. Let's go check on Mavari.
Vlad will follow Laurel to the kitchen.
Alrighty. Mavari.
Huh?
Hey.
Hi.
What are you up to?
You walk in and Mavari's got like a bowl in front of her and it looks like some kind of mix. And on the stove is another pot boiling with what looks to be fruit, maybe some berries or something.
Ooh. Wow, what are you making?
I don't
No.
It's not exactly how it is where I'm from. And the closest word I can think of in common is biscuits.
Biscuits?
Yeah.
I look at like what you're making. Does it look like you're making biscuits, or does it look like you're making some other pastry entirely?
It looks more I don't know what Laurel would know, but it doesn't look like, you know...
She's eating all your usual sorts of cakes, as long as you don't say like, like a cannoli or a Danish. She's
A crisp.
It looks like... I don't know, how well versed are you into baking?
Not at all. Laurel doesn't even know how to cook.
You wouldn't even know what she is attempting to make.
Fair. Very extremely fair. Like, this woman doesn't even know how to cook. She has never even attempted to. Well, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Are you going to make yourself something for, like, dinner, though?
I thought that's what the servants were doing.
Are you actually going to eat what they serve you?
I have the last couple times. The way you make the food, though, it's really hearty.
Protein heavy.
Yeah. They really need to cook with more vegetables.
Well, why didn't you say so? I could have told them to do that.
I just figured that that's what, like, you needed?
I mean, it's what I need, but I mean, to hell with what I need. What about you and the rest of you?
I just eat a small bit. Like, I just don't eat as much as you and, like, pullouts.
I will make sure
That's
that
a fair
they
point.
make... What?
Oh, she doesn't eat as much as us.
No,
I
she
mean,
doesn't.
like, neither does Seltra. I don't really study Tyr's eating habits. I'm not even
he's a
sure if
slob.
he does eat.
It's in the middle.
But yeah, I'm making biscuits. We don't have the fruit from my homeworld, but I've had these berries before, and they taste all right.
Oh,
seems
did,
to fit.
did you want more berries?
I don't need more berries, thank you.
Well, if that's the case, I will let the staff know to make something more vegetarian dishes. Something a little more vegetable heavy, more side dishes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure that they do. Sorry about that. Well, look, I just wanted to, just see how you were doing, if you were, prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah, and you watch as, like, she starts taking, like, the mixture from the bowl and is, like, rolling it into, like, little spheres and, like, putting them on a pan.
I'm just watching. As a kid, she has no idea what's going on. I'm trusting your process entirely.
Oh, does it, like, inflate as it bake?
Well, kind of.
Oh, so like puff pastry.
No, they don't inflate, they just get, like, firmer.
Oh.
So it's not like a
So-
muffin.
No.
I saw
I'm
the
very
fruit, I thought you were making strudels.
Mm-mm.
What's a strudel?
I don't actually know what that is.
It's like puff pastry cut into triangles with fruit filling.
It's like a tart?
I don't know what that is.
It's
I love the conversations.
Every time these conversations happen, it's like, so is it like this? I don't know what that is.
Kind of like this. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a
that's-
joy.
We do that for like the next 15 minutes.
They become crispy, like a biscuit. They yeah.
Like a cookie?
I don't want to keep saying that I don't know what that is.
Yes, we've been doing this for about 15 minutes. You know what? I look forward to whatever it is that you are baking. This biscuit.
I'm so excited that you are looking forward to it.
I am. You sound more excited. You don't sound like you're excited.
You sound like you're in danger.
You watch as once she's got the pan full of the little sphere, she pushes her thumb down and makes an indent, and they squish in. And then she gets that berry mixture from the stove and puts it into the little indent.
Ooh,
I feel like you're halfway there to a strudel.
I feel like we're halfway there to a tart. We're not gonna pest you about it. Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be delicious. But look, I just wanted to say thank you, Mavari, for everything.
Keeping us alive.
Yes, keeping us alive and keeping us alive and keeping us on keeping us on the straight and narrow.
Keeping us on speed.
Yeah, it's you have a very interesting way of showing that you care, but I can tell that you do. And you're a very good friend, I consider you, Mavari. It's a very odd way for me to say it. I'm just so nervous about tomorrow. I really am. I just don't want anything bad to happen.
Well, thanks. And she'll quickly turn away and put stuff into the the little oven area, and wash her hands off in a bucket and be like, okay, well, these have to take a little while to cook. I will see you guys later. And
wait, no, you come here. Wait, hold on.
Nope, she's gone.
No,
she is faster than the rest of you.
Damn her. Damn her.
I mean, I could almost keep up with something I've been working on, but I don't want to. Anyways.
Yeah, she's so weird.
I don't think she likes the emotional attachment part of things.
Well, unfortunately for her, I could tell that she is emotionally attached. I mean, we're not some stray barn cat.
No, you're a stray barn wolf.
I feel like
he gives you finger crossbows.
Yeah, I suppose I am. I was going to ask her if she was interested in going to Seltra's world, but she's so weird. We'll have time to talk later.
I mean, then we could just ambush her when she gets back to pull that out of the oven.
We could, but I would like to go visit Seltra before dinner.
Oh, I should just let you do that on your own, huh?
Yes, I would prefer that.
Alright.
Yes, but thank you for accompanying me, Bloud Skinyal. And then I'm going to keep my eye out for Mavari if I see her, so I can ambush her in the hallway.
I cast Pass Without Trace and climb on top of the cabinets.
I know, right?
Mavari inexplicably has invisibility cast on her from out of nowhere. Indefinitely.
Indefinitely, huh?
Indefinitely.
I cast the invisibility.
Damn it.
Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to
Yeah, you are.
knock on Seltra's door.
She's definitely going to.
Knock on Seltra's door.
You can come in. Whomever.
Hey. I open the door.
Hello.
Hey. How are you?
Fine. Greasy.
Yeah, I can tell. I didn't know that there was
Smells
a
strong
lot
of WD-40.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was so much grease involved. What are you doing?
I am fixing up LFD.
I don't recall you using this much. Was it that bad?
Gotta make sure his legs are working right.
Yeah, indeed. Oh. Is he awake?
I mean, yeah, he's not open right now.
I give LFD a hug. I
Take
love
it.
him so much. Okay. I love him so much. He's a wonderful little machine.
He is.
He is, and you are wonderful yourself.
Thank you.
Just
Indeed.
remember, on this podcast, we fade to black.
Did you it's
Remember
how are
from
you
the
feeling
other
about-
2 times it's happened.
how are you feeling about tomorrow?
I mean, as confident as one can be. Last time this sort of thing happened, I just kind of appeared in the middle of it.
Yeah, I guess that is true. You did just sort of show up with a separate group of people.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was pretty insane. I'm glad that you're fine though. See
I
that to
am
have all came back with all parts of you, dislocating arm included.
Almost didn't, but you know, it's a story for another day.
Indeed. I don't know. I'm worried about tomorrow.
Why for?
Because I'll say it like that. Because
I don't know.
we have I don't know. You, me, and Mavari are kind of the last remaining of the original group.
Uh-huh.
And it just feels... I'm just scared, that's all. We've lost many good friends.
We have. Sure. Alright, let's not speak too far out of my butt here. I'm pretty confident that we'll be okay. Maybe I'll lose another arm, maybe I'll lose this one, but I think we'll be okay.
I hope that you don't lose another arm, because I don't think there's any way that you're going to be able to craft yourself another arm before we get you back to your mother.
Well, on the bright side, if we lose it and then I get back to my mom, there's plenty of stuff in my room that I could use to make another one. She probably just won't be too happy about the fact that I'm basically a potato.
I don't think she'll like the fact that you lost 2 arms, let alone 1, let alone died.
She doesn't need to know about that last part.
Have you thought about what you're gonna tell her?
I got lost?
Hopefully it hasn't been for a very long time when we get back to your world.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping. Or else I don't think that excuse is going to fly.
No. It's pretty big out there.
I don't know how big your world is, so I can't really speak to that, Seldra, but...
Exactly. Neither can I.
I'll let you handle that. But, so, you know, start, like, you know, sort of nervously shuffling. You know, given the fact that this, you know, is probably the last peaceful night we're going to have for a while, did you, I don't know, want to just, after dinner, go for a walk with me?
Sure.
And we can just stroll. I just want to spend some time with you, that's all.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Alright. Maybe I can conjure up another horse for you, and I can teach you how to ride horses.
Shit, you're gonna kill him before y'all fight.
There are no horses where you're from. Is that correct?
Far as I've never seen one.
I haven't seen a single horse since we've been here, and I'm not gonna lie. I've secretly been hoping that we have. And not a single horse around. Plenty of griffins, though. Which are notorious horse eaters, so that probably is where all the horses went, let alone the demons probably taking care of the majority of it. So, okay, fine. I guess I found
Makes
out
you feel any better. I've never seen a griffin in my world either.
Okay, I'm very fascinated what we're going to find in your world.
A lot of robots.
I want to see what they all look like. If they're anything like LFD or those cute little crab robots on the beach.
I don't think you want to see what they all look like.
Well, you know, they say you only live once, but apparently I've had the privilege of being able to live twice. So
I
now
suppose that's true.
Yes, now I'm just curious.
I don't want to like push that though.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's like a like an early retirement.
To me, that's just life. So, but it'll be nice.
It will be nice. And, if everything goes well, maybe, this can work.
I don't
Hopefully
see why
without
it won't.
blush a little bit. And like, yeah, I suppose. I guess I don't see why this wouldn't work. Hopefully the werewolf thing, Nafeel was honest about that. I worry about the werewolf thing, but I think that, things will be okay.
I mean, if you have to see the moon for it to happen, I live underground, so.
I don't think that's how that works. I think it's just under a full,
Oh.
on the night of a full.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how it works either.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's just on the night of a full moon. But, hey, oh come on, do this, Seltra.
Mm-hmm.
Might I kiss you?
Seltra's is gonna look really confused. Seltra might be autistic. Sure.
And I lean in, and instead, I can see he's just kind of looking kind of weird. So I just sort of give him the little kiss on the cheek.
Aww, that's so cute. You fucking nerd.
Lives with his mom.
We'll work on this. We'll work on this. I feel like this is going to take a while, but we'll work on this. It's fine.
Seltra is inspiration to 13-year-old boys everywhere.
No, Seltra, we'll work on this. Cheek kissing and hand holding is fine by me.
Okay, I can do hand holding.
All right, well, dinner's probably almost ready, and apparently Mavari is cooking up tarts.
I've been trying to think of a pastry that y'all wouldn't know, so I could say, is that kind of like this?
It's apparently it's supposed
Is that
to be
kind of like a turnover?
What's a turnover?
It's like a pastry where you put fruits.
Yeah, so like a tart.
What's a tart?
It's like a pastry.
This is like a real conversation.
Because Blouts called it a Danish, but Mavari called it a biscuit.
No, I said
Danish.
strudel.
Oh, it's strudel. They call it a
Damn it, I
strudel.
should have called it Danish.
So an
Let's call it
American, a
strudel.
Spanish, and an Italian get together.
And now I'm almost very curious what Tyr would call it.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded a little bit like a crepe.
What on earth is a You know what? We were going back and forth for 15 minutes downstairs in the kitchen. We'll figure out what on earth this is going to be at dinner. Mavari presents her biscuits. That might be tarts, that might be
Literally
strudels, that
just a
might be
biscuit.
crepes, that might be... Oh, it's all so confusing. But looks delicious, so who cares? So, Anyway, like I said, dinner's almost ready. Mavari informed me that apparently my meals have been far too protein heavy. No one told me, so there will be some lighter dishes for you all to enjoy.
That's good, because heavy meats hurt my tummy.
Why didn't you people say anything to me?
Oh, I mostly just ate the stuff that wasn't heavy meats, that's why.
I never want to come off as a bad host.
It's fine. We just don't have a lot of the heavy stuff where I'm from.
Dietary restrictions, yeah, I'm gonna miss that too. It's alright though. I'll get used to it. You got goat. That's good enough for me. Anyway, I'm gonna go, okay? And
Probably gonna go hang out in the living room, I guess, since
Yeah.
LFD's done.
Indeed. Please don't track this grease all over the party house.
I suppose I'll go take a bath first.
Yes. Don't track the grease. My staff takes very good care. Be kind.
I will.
Alrighty. I'm gonna get up and I'm going to leave, and then I'm gonna go see if dinner's ready because I'm starving.
On that note, I would like to shout out the poor puppy who has to clean up after the high protein digestion process.
I would not shove a puppy down in the septic tank, in the old septic tank.
There was an old septic tank. So they had to bury it. That's how it worked. That's how that dog's out there doing it. He's got to bury it. You're just like, I don't know where it goes. It just disappears. This poor son of a bitch has a bucket. He's burning it, digging up, dying
Wait, you don't
inside.
have chamber pots?
Takes down in the toilet. Anyway, it's
Tip your waiter.
dinner.
Yeah,
We
Mavari's
shall-
already back down in the kitchen when you guys come back. She has changed out of her death robe into like more comfy like pajama like clothes that she normally wears around the party house, and has pulled the little things out of the oven. And she's also has a kettle going and is making tea.
Ooh.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll this just to see if anybody will notice him. Anybody who can be a 30 stealth will notice Blouts.
No.
No, not even close.
He said he'd
Delta's not
do it
trying.
I like that he's just been in there watching Mavari
the whole time.
the rest of the time she went back down there.
So creepy.
Yeah.
He's on a cabinet. Danielle's in the kitchen. And not...
Yeah, Mavari should have known that Blouts is there, but Danielle does things weirdly, so she just assumed that he was just hungry and waiting for food.
He's a separate entity.
Yeah,
He's
he
his
does
own
his own thing. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing up there? So...
Probably Blout sitting up on top of a cabinet like a cat. Like, what are you?
Yeah, Mavari didn't follow his eyes because she just assumed it was like a cat staring at the wall, seeing ghost.
The ghost is Blouts.
Oh man. But alrighty, sit down for dinner. Napkin, lap.
Dinner time.
Dinner.
Do we start singing the dinner time song?
No.
I didn't know there was one.
I can't think of anything right now.
Me neither.
Hey,
It's just funny. Mavari gets up and leaves once the song's.
Y'all start singing and Mavari's out.
I know Mark is like,
Y'all
no.
start thinking I'm gonna throw up.
Just takes all of the biscuits and leaves. Mar's like, screw you guys. Yes, no. I
Too
assume
much
that everyone's
happiness here.
Everyone's here. Everyone's present.
You don't see Blouts.
And where's Blouts? I want to make a toast.
How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
An hour.
Oh,
He,
alright.
he just kind of appears from the top of the cabinet, just lands. I'm here.
What the fuck?
I'm Blouts, man.
Blouts, why?
I'm Blouts, man.
How
How long
long have you been there?
Since she points at Laurel, since she first left.
You
People
You've
are
just
very
been-
odd.
Sitting there?
It's kind of a
Yeah.
tight space. You just crammed yourself all the way up.
He just sat on top
I'm very
of the fridge for...
Have you just been watching the kitchen this whole time?
Oh, I completely zoned out. I was staring at the ceiling.
Okay.
I zoned back in when I heard my name.
Mavari, like, side-eyes you a couple times and then, like, looks at her plate.
Yeah. So, anyway, I wanted
To the seat.
before we ate, I just wanted to make a toast to everyone here, to our friendship, and to victory tomorrow. And I raise my glass.
Or to the next standstill where they send us somewhere else. Here.
Hey, shush.
Yeah,
We're
shush.
being
I know.
triumphant. No time for Debbie down.
That's my shtick.
We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. It may not even be a fight. It may not even be anything serious.
Well, if it's
Well,
not a
then
fight,
it's
then
just
that
a
means we
good-
technically win. Victory!
I'm hoping that it's just a meeting with the king and the group of elders, and we just give them our case. They jump right on and move from there.
I mean, my
Also,
only
a
worry really
victory.
is my only worry is that if that is the case, that's far too easy. It's never been that easy for us. Not to mention,
Roger.
we
Kinda
kind
has.
of incited a civil war. And
To be fair, they were probably already fighting before we got here.
I know, but
I'm pretty sure that's what
Still.
we've been told.
all I'm saying is I have like these, I guess, like these new animalistic instincts, and it's just that cloud before Sparta. It just looked extremely ominous, and it kind of
Just personally think that that's your natural reaction to your innate nature. Animals are often scared of storms.
I suppose, say with a shoulder shrug. I mean, given how many times I've been struck by lightning recently,
It make me nervous.
yeah. I guess it does make sense that I'm a little bit nervous given the fact how many times I've been struck by lightning. So, I mean, maybe, but look, all I'm saying is I just have a weird feeling that storm cloud looked very ominous, and
I
This-
mean,
Probably
no.
gonna run into another battle, or before the battle starts, possibly.
regardless, look, this isn't a toast to our, this isn't a swan song.
A what?
Swan song. It's a final,
Swans sing in your world?
it's a, no,
They have
it's
no
a,
vocal
well,
capacity
Charles,
on this one.
no, it's
Well,
a
say
saying.
bird calls. Swans have, calls. It's
No,
called
it's just a
singing.
legend that before a swan dies, they sing before they die. So your swan song.
Oh, a few times I've
I'm
went
assuming
swan
a
hunting,
swan
never
is
had
some
that.
type of bird.
Yes, it's a bird. I keep forgetting. I forget that you guys are.
Oh, I know what swans are.
Okay, so you know.
I
guess
do.
you just never
Vi
heard the-
doesn't.
I
Okay, so
don't.
you- Well, that's
It's
what
like
it
a
is.
goose, but prettier.
Yes,
What's a goose?
but also more violent.
I
somehow.
also do not know what a goose is.
I think they're your
Because they
type
both
of
taste
bird,
very good
Mavari.
roasted.
They're beautiful, elegant, but violent. Very, very violent.
They're enormous ducks.
Yes.
Oh,
What's a
I love ducks.
I distinctly have remembered being chased by two very large angry swans.
Is a duck like a seagull?
Imagine a
More
seagull with more
rounded
brain
and-
cells.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a pelican?
Kind
Yeah,
of.
but my grandfather knows a very good recipe for honey roasted swan.
I'll draw you a picture later.
Okay.
So,
I'm
We've
not gonna
tot-
lie, I was getting more and more confused about the bird talk.
it's a lot. We'll exchange.
I'm gonna have to write a book. Birds of the universe.
Bird
You're
from
going to have to
Nation?
write a book with pictures. Can't just
Oh, I've got
It's-
hologram. Oh, you called it a holograph?
the ghost pictures.
Yes, the ghost pictures.
Yes,
Illusions?
make a book with ghost pictures.
Yes, illusions. She calls them ghost pictures.
I'm aware of what illusions are. They're scary, especially when they're covering a giant pit that leads to a 40-foot drop into spikes.
They can be quite useful, yes.
Yes, I
And so
want a book with
spikes
ghost
happen
are
to you?
snakes.
Has that happened to you?
Yes.
Oh,
I've never brought you guys to the giant mushroom.
on Earth?
No. Is that a Feywild thing or was that your world thing?
Oh, that's what's a Feywild thing.
Okay, all right.
I slept in a giant mushroom a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The door was trapped. It was a 40-foot drop into a pit of spikes that was actually a pit of snakes,
Oh,
which was crazy.
Why would there be an illusion of over the pit and an illusion of spikes when there are actually snakes? It sounds like too many scraps.
If I
Somebody's
understood
overly
the
obsessive.
semantics of Fey, do you think I would have been stuck there for so long?
I mean, no, it just sounds like a bunch. It just sounds like a bunch of unnecessary steps. You're already tricking him into falling into the pit. Why do you have to trick him into what's in the pit?
I believe the weird man in the bowler hat told me it was to cause heart attacks on the way down.
Have a heart attack on the way down, then why put anything in the pit?
you know what, Seltra? I feel like the Feywild is just one of those things that you just can't wrap your mind around. Because it sounds like hell on earth.
I think
Or in the
Hell on
Feywild.
Earth would be better.
Look, regardless, there are vegetable dishes, there are fish dishes, there are pork chops, steaks, and deer and all sorts of stuff. Please dig in, enjoy.
The
that
vegetables
you
won't
can't wrap my
scream when I
around-
poke them, right?
I just can't wrap my head around hell on anywhere but in hell.
You'll. It's again. It's just a saying.
Hell
It's
on
just a
hell.
saying, like the swan song. We'll talk about it, and then after all of that,
Pass the
we will-
broccoli.
I pass.
yeah.
Then we will have to talk about Mavari's biscuit.
So like a Danish.
What's the Danish?
I'm gonna just stop us there so we do not speak in circles again.
Okay.
She called some biscuits, so I'm just going to keep calling some biscuits.
Again,
That is the best way I can describe it.
okay. We'll figure out what they are when you present them to us.
Because we got into a whole circle jerk about this.
Oh,
Well,
God.
tomorrow I'll make a traditional thing for us in this fucking world so that you know what it fucking looks like.
What's it called?
A torta.
What's it called?
You know, no, we're not doing
No,
this.
I want you to describe it!
Here's an illusion. It looks kind of like a pie.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's from Rome. It's called the torta antica Roma.
there we go.
But I'll cook one tomorrow night
If we
in
survive.
celebration
I
for
want
whoever's there.
indeed all of us. Now, Mavari.
I'm
please.
hoping, but y'all keep stabbing shit.
We're not. We'll.
Oh, stab
it'll,
shit?
It'll be
He pulls
fine.
out a knife and he stabs his steak. I need to cut this anyways.
Yes, you do.
Let's
It's,
continue.
Mavari, please present your dessert.
Let's finish dinner first.
Oh yeah, right.
Dinner kind of comes first, yeah.
I would actually like to meet in the living room with tea and the biscuits.
Sounds wonderful. We shall do that.
Oh, like the dream tea party.
Mavari's face like cringes a little thinking about that entire dream sequence stuff.
I don't know if you'll remember, but only Blouts and Mavari know about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Seltra doesn't know about it because I don't think I was actually there.
No,
No.
Did we have a tea party there?
you were
I'll
not
have to
there.
look at my notes. Oh, okay, that explains it.
It was just Mavari, Blouts, and a demon I cannot remember the name of.
Who says you won't have stories when you get older?
Does it?
You've
So is
done
that weird fruit?
fascinating things.
It is.
It screamed.
Had tea with a demon.
Wonderful.
It
What the hell?
They were called soul fruits, Blouts.
I- No,
They were
you
good
mentioned it.
though.
Yeah. So it just reminded me of the screaming broccoli.
Did you see that in the Feywild?
Ja. They screamed a lot when you poked at them.
I thought that was a
Hell.
mandrick that did that.
Hell on earth.
The Feywild is much worse than hell.
I suppose that we finish
I don't
dinner.
know, I'm going to avoid both.
I suppose we all
I'd
finish
recommend
dinner.
it.
Our lovely conversation talks.
Our disturbing conversation talks.
It's our very disturbing conversation talk. And I guess we all head to the living room. Or at least I do. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah.
I'll head to the living room. I have no reason not to.
The only thing Blouts doesn't eat is his broccoli.
I'll stab his broccoli and eat it.
Degenerate.
Mavari will put everything on, like the biscuits and like several teacups and tea onto like a platter and like bring it out.
Oh, this is very lovely.
To the players, they look like cookies. They look like little like almost like sugar cookies with jam pushed into them.
Oh, so it's a cookie.
Oh, so it's a cookie.
It's a weird snickerdoodle.
I don't know what a cookie is.
You don't know what a. I mean, this is what you kind. This is what you. I mean, like, it's a cookie, or a or a snickerdoodle.
I mean,
Okay.
they look nice, so.
They look wonderful.
So, is this where Mavari poisons the party and becomes the queen of Sparta?
Totally.
We're about to find out.
Thankfully, I just wrote on my character sheet poison immunity. It's crazy, isn't it?
Isn't Laurel immune to poisons as a paladin?
I think
No,
I am.
disease.
Yes, disease,
Oh,
not
okay.
poisoning.
Nothing has. You know what? I'm not gonna start.
Rogue.
As long as like, you know, you don't have the plague, like, you know, in the freaking cookies, that should be alright.
Nice. Mavari will actually pour cups of tea for everyone. Like she is serving guests at an actual party.
This is different.
Why,
This
It is a tea party.
This is how we do it in my home. The guest serves, or the host serves the guest. The tea
I like
is
this
like a
tradition.
really spiced type tea.
Is it pre-sweetened?
No.
Okay, before adding anything to it, Blood swigs the whole thing.
It was. Did you not burn
nice.
yourself?
No.
Nice flavor to it.
bit of a kick. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, this is very nice.
It reminds me of having tea with my grandmother. She didn't like having tea with others.
But she liked having tea with you.
Yeah, because I was the only one who had teas the same way as she did. Everyone else put sugar in their tea. It's weird.
I mean, it sounds just like scooping sugar into the tea.
Yeah, same here. Like, okay.
Makes it too sweet.
Mavari will just have the tea the way it is. It hides
So does Tyr.
the flavor.
Yeah, someone told me that tea's apparently bitter.
It
Never
can
heard of that
be.
before.
Depends on the tea.
Depends on the tea. But Mavari, out of my own curiosity, what is the occasion?
I have grown tired of the uncivilized manner we have been doing things. And I just want a bit of civility back.
Laura kind of has that look on her face, like she's like, "Oh, she's finally going to say how much she like." Oh,
He writes it down.
like, oh, okay, all right.
I grew up in a castle, you saw. And just roughing it the way we have the last couple of days when we're outside and just the... this is how I was raised to enjoy time with friends. I did not have friends growing up, but this is how I was taught to enjoy time with company.
Because that's a big mood.
Well,
Which part?
Is the not having friends part in being raised to have, you know, nice, pleasant tea time?
I think that this is very lovely. And-
Laz, I feel like you and I had different reasons of not having friends.
Everyone thought because I was descended from a dragon that I was going to think lowly of everyone else, so no one wanted to talk to me.
I had the opposite problem. Everyone wanted to be my friend, but you could trust nobody. It was a game.
Technically, I don't think that's a friend.
Sorry.
How do you spell civility?
Divit.
I'm having trouble with it. Ah,
Civet.
perfect. Got it.
Yes, I'll take a cookie. I'm like,
I
oh,
like it. Eating and drinking in general is quite a novel aspect.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Quite a novel aspect.
Did you say that eating and drinking was a novel aspect?
It is.
Tier, do you not eat on the regular? Did we go over this?
I know how to cook. I've watched others.
Am I stupid? Has this have you not
He's mentioned
been?
he had to learn
Well,
to
no,
cook
I've-
because
I've-
his family
While you're
doesn't
down
eat.
here, you have to eat.
Yeah.
I think it's just where he's normally at. He doesn't have to.
Right.
Correct.
Right. Where he's normally at.
Oh, I think I know what could go with this. Hold on. He will just scurry back to the kitchen.
The cookies
Anybody
have
else
like
care to
a
see what he's
strawberry
gonna bring
flavor.
out?
I am very curious as to what he's going to bring.
I am too, and I munch on another cookie. These are delightful.
What is this
Bob.
jam made out of?
It tastes like for the play, like the listeners and the players, it tastes like strawberries and like raspberries, but I don't think that's what it actually is. Mavari just
Come on,
tasted
Becca.
some berries and ate them and made sure that they weren't poisonous, and then made them into a thing. Because
There wouldn't be intentionally poisonous fruit in the kitchen.
she has made a weird bowl of berries for blouts before, so she just used that same collection of berries.
Fair.
Sounds
Valid.
good. would not know what a strawberry is. I don't think strawberries grow in tropical regions.
They don't.
Yeah.
He's used to tropical fruits.
We're learning so much.
Flats would return with a whole plate of sliced oranges, the rind still on.
Ooh,
Tea time with grandma's always had sliced oranges.
that sounds wonderful.
We're
He will
becoming
pick up
friends.
a sliced orange, and to everyone's shock and horror, he eats it with the rind on.
Why? Why have you done this, Bugs?
You see him like, he looks over confused. What?
What are
It's
you
like eating
doing?
a pineapple with the.
What do you mean?
Why? Why are you? Do you eat those?
Oranges?
No, I mean, yes, oranges, but with the skin on.
What do you mean?
Do you? What do you mean? What do I mean? You just eat the whole orange like an apple?
You don't?
No. It's too tough and too thick, too fibrous.
Mavari will pick up a slice and stare at it and be like, "So you're not supposed to eat this part?" And she points to the rind of the orange.
No, you're
No.
not supposed to. But I mean, I guess if you can stomach it, you
Delta
can.
will like bite it and then kind of like pull the orange bit, like the flesh of the orange, off the rind with his teeth.
Wow, that's powerfully citrus.
I've never had one of these, and Mavari will like try to peel it off to see. Or she could follow Seltra's example. But that sounds
Well, that's
messy.
Flats opens his mouth a little bit and points at his sharp teeth. I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
I guess that makes sense. I just take like just like a little butter knife and I just sort of carve the bit of
What?
orange.
He will
Oh.
take the rind from you and he'll actually just eat the rind too.
Yeah, that's so strange. That's like,
What?
have you heard of a banana?
No.
I haven't. I don't get to eat them very often, but that's like eating the peel on a banana.
They're everywhere where I'm from.
So you know
What's
what I
wrong
mean?
with-
Bougie werewolf ever.
What's wrong with the peel?
Mavari will get the peel off the orange and hand it to Blouts and just take a small bite of the actual orange.
He will chew on it too. He'll take the rind, no problem.
So you sincerely, Blouse, you must come and visit more often. Like wherever we may go, you have to.
Is that why everyone always looked at me weird when I ate oranges?
Oh, so it's just you.
I thought I was just being a little too messy with them. That's why I sliced them this time.
Oh, but it looks like that's just how we eat oranges where I'm from. It seems no Blouse. I think that may just.
No, my grandson likes this too.
Did anyone else? Did you witness anyone else eat the peel on an orange?
No, usually the oranges are turned into, strudels.
Or marmalade.
Why would you not eat the whole fruit though? This is edible.
Mavari took a small bite of the orange and then passes the rest of it over to Blouts. She didn't really like it.
You don't really. Hand me more orange slices, but you can have the rind. You can have the peel.
I don't know what's wrong with the peel.
It's fine, Blouts. As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters.
Oh,
I wouldn't have known you were doing something wrong if they hadn't pointed it out, so I have no problem with you eating it.
Yes, as long as you enjoy it, Blouts, and it doesn't cause you any sort of intestinal distress, it's all you, buddy. And I scoop more like of the orange flesh out, eat it, and then just put it back on Blouts' plate.
without fail, every orange peel that he's handed, he does eat.
I'm watching just in fascination. I wonder how. I just want to see what other fruits you would just eat the peel on.
I've never even seen sailors eat that many oranges.
He likes oranges.
They're yummy.
They're a national symbol for where he's from. So.
They're expensive where I come from, but I mean,
Oh, so that's a primary trade of my country.
Really?
Originally, the country symbol, you've probably seen on my coats, is a rose, not an orange. But after the Night of the Rose incident, we removed the rose.
Ooh,
My coat is very old, so.
I see. Well, lucky you, because I do rather enjoy oranges. Again, they're very expensive where I come from, but I mean, I could afford it, so, you know.
You can
oranges
get,
for
like,
the row.
a whole bundle for about a silver.
No, more you paid a whole bundle for about a few gold or two. They were very, very expensive, but again, worth it. Any sort of, like, you know, citrus or tropical
We even grew
fruit.
red oranges.
There are red ones?
Yeah, blood oranges.
That's ew.
I was
Blood
thinking he
orange.
thought they were cherries.
Red.
Well, the flesh is, like, the fruit part, the juice part is red, while the outside is still orange.
Ooh.
They're more sour,
Ooh.
so they're very nice.
Better make a good orange juice.
Oh, sure. You should see all sorts of weird cocktails that go in the bars. Lots of my, regiment liked getting them.
That sounds fun. We have so much that we can discuss after this. Well, I'm glad that we get to, you know, actually sit down and spend time together. We don't usually, when we're in the party house, we kind of feel like, you know,
Drift off
Go our
to our
separate
own directions.
yes, but this is nice. We should do this more often.
Mavari has the cup of tea like right next to her mouth, and she has like the gentlest little smile on her face as she's not even like looking at y'all anymore.
She loves it. She just won't say it.
It's nice to spend time with friends in a more calm manner instead of always parties and alcohol kegs being thrown around.
Yeah,
Almost
Yeah.
dying.
yeah, that too.
Weird,
It's a great
taller
fascination.
drow.
It's a great collection of data from other worlds. I get to see other worlds that it's interesting.
It is. Like I said, if you're good at
Thank you for
dimension
making
hopping,
a book on it.
you should. I bet it would sell very well.
Oh, it'd be just for
All the academics would want to know more
Yeah.
about, like, you know, different planes.
I do
But-
miss my home. Not the people in my home, but my world itself.
I miss mine too, but there's no way I could possibly go back.
And-
I,
Alright, that sounded kind of mean.
No, I know you. We're going to get you back home, but oh, Mavari, are
Yes.
you coming with us? Me and
I
Sasha.
haven't made any decisions on that yet. We don't even know if we're gonna be able to actually leave.
Well, I mean, the field did say it was like, you know, she would talk to them. She never said that it was something that was set in stone, but I'm trying to be a little more optimistic.
Oh, that's a rare occurrence.
Yeah, I know.
Good on you. He pats
Feels weird.
her shoulder.
Oh, just on the off chance we have the same thing that happened a few days ago about somebody just vanishing out of it. I wish you all best. In case you actually pull that shit off.
I'm sure we will.
Hopefully we don't
may
do it in
take a few
Mesquite.
hundred years to get to see you again, depending on the time differential in worlds, because I'm staying here to sort out demon troubles. I
Fair.
get to see. I'll let you know how the war ends.
Please do. I don't like the idea of, like, you know, us being separated, but
We all have our desires.
Strangers from other worlds.
yeah, I know.
Have
So
you thought
some
about?
of us.
Sorry,
No, you
Go
go.
ahead.
I was wondering if Blouse had thought about it. Would you return home?
Seltzer World sounds like a nightmare.
Doesn't it though? Giant monsters spitting flame and firing projectiles from great ranges. It just doesn't
Oh,
seem
that's-
like a safe place.
Well, what
That's
if they
To
what
be
opened up
fair,
the portal
not
to
all
your
of them
world?
shoot fire. Some of them shoot lasers.
Yes, that's
some
the
kind of
concern.
light-based attack. Yeah.
I was
I'm
thinking
sorry,
more
lightning
along.
bolts are way better.
I was thinking more the longs of you going back to your home. If they can send them home, why wouldn't they be able to send you home?
That's fair. If there's an opportunity arrives, I might take it, but knowing how much bullshit's going on here, I don't know if I could leave in good conscience.
Well, someday, if you stay, I'll show you my home.
Ha!
Oh,
I'll get
he
an
gets to
exclusive
see it.
scoop.
I'll talk
Oh,
to
he
the
gets-
deities, get a favor done, and let you hang out in my world for a while.
Your lungs will explode.
He'll be dead then.
Oh, I mean, he'll be dead either way.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, fine, but if you get to see it, then you have to tell me what it looks like because he won't show me.
It's kind of permanent state kind of thing.
Tell you, the party house could look like whatever you want. It's like an illusion, but you can eat it. And I eat another cookie.
Which is why the lack of air will still have an effect on you.
Just put air.
Air doesn't go there.
Just breathe more.
I see what you're saying though. Remember when we went to my home and how the air had affected some of you?
I guess that is true.
Oh, how it felt like we were being strangled by the place itself.
Yes.
I guess that's true.
Environmental effects still seem to apply.
I think it was just from my memories.
I'm going to interject a little bit and say that y'all don't actually know how oxygen works. So
I think it was more, Mavari was explaining it more along the lines is it goes from your memory, and if he remembers it not having, or not
air.
being sustainable for other races or breathing, then yeah.
Or every time I come down, I have to remember to start breathing again.
It's hard
I have
to
do that.
it's hard to ignore everything you've learned through your life, but that's what you have to do in order to think like Tyr.
That's
Yeah, Tyr's dumb.
No, they just didn't
I would say
understand it.
lacking common sense.
That was not common sense back then.
breathing. Well,
Just be glad he thought about it before you're all dead.
oh my god, I forgot to turn on the oxygen.
My bad.
Oops, you're all dead. And the campaign's over. Total party kill by the player.
I know, right?
Wouldn't even be the first time I've heard of that.
Oh man.
Party
It's not
the
death
first
caused
time
by
I've done it.
Martin.
So, well, this is
They were
delightful.
both on accident. They blew up. My bad.
We need to do more. We need to do stuff like this more, and we will at least before we go our separate ways. Seltra,
Mm-hmm.
are we still on for tonight?
Sure. I mean, I don't see why not.
Fantastic.
Finally.
Here.
If the offer is opened up and we get to go home, anyone
if
who
you
wants to
want
can
us
come with me.
Is that bad, Tyr? Okay.
I'm a much more forward individual, and I never thought I'd say that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We're just gonna go have some, time together.
Of course.
Tyr, I swear.
I'm looking confused. Like I don't know what he's on about.
Romance struggles are not fun for anyone except the two in it to eject in.
Sure.
Oh, this is wonderful pie. Or cake or cookie or whatever the
It's
fuck
a cookie!
you call it.
She said it's a biscuit. I will call it what she said it is.
More tea, please.
We don't know what it is, but it's delicious, and that all that matters. And I eat another one.
Oh, I'd take some more tea.
please.
Sometimes things just don't translate into other languages.
No, it doesn't, and sometimes the hilarity ensues. What's a tart? What's a biscuit? What's a cookie? What's a Danish? What's a strudel?
Also,
What's
Blouts,
a torta?
thanks for the invite to your home. It honestly seems closer to my world than Seltra's.
John, if you can tolerate the unkillable dragons.
There's always that one thing, isn't there?
It's always a con.
It's Khan! He looks offended. My grandfather.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought. Oh, well, shit. Well, there goes. I'm just gonna eat a Danish cookie. Fuck. I'm kidding. What do you
There's
call
bits
me?
going on.
Laurel really
they
is kind of
have-
a dude.
I'm just gonna shove biscuit in mouth.
Do they have tieflings where you're from?
No. But honestly, I don't think anyone would question you. Horns are
Yeah,
not
I was about
honestly
to say,
that
people with
uncommon.
horns couldn't be uncommon in a dragon society.
My brother has horns, and so does my mother.
I was thinking of more of like the other devil aspects of myself.
Everyone would just assumes the same thing I thought, and that you're a weird-colored sea elf descended from a dragon. That's
it's
what I
not
thought
quite
the
a
entire
dragon.
time with you.
It's not quite a dragon's tail, but I don't think it's that weird.
I always
When
forget
you said
Mavari has
you were
a
a
tail.
tiefling, when you said you were a tiefling, I was like, "What the fuck is a tiefling?" I just kind of went with it.
I can't say nothing. I'm astounded that everybody just said, yeah, it's an elf. Never one on this whole fucking planet, but y'all are fine with it. Yeah, I get you.
I'm used to the courts of Sylvanesti and Aganesti, so elves are common.
Everywhere but here.
We have
I'm an
elves
elf,
where I'm
so
from
you know.
too.
It says grins.
Elf.
What the hell?
Oh, sea elves are green to blue, sometimes it ranging to indigo, so I thought Mavari was just a very purple sea elf. She does have some pointed ears. Ever so slightly.
I have to get out more.
So, no one would question what you are, they just accept it. Unless there's tieflings on another continent that I don't know of. And
Yeah,
now
'cause
above board,
I
the
wear
Lord
a
is going to
hood.
say.
I look like a human. When a very pretty one. But that's my opinion. Whereas if you wear a hood, it kind of pokes on the sides, I've noticed. Kind of hard to fully hide that.
Right. The horns are. The horn is harder to hide in a hood.
I've been really meaning to ask. I've been trying, and I can't not ask. Do those come in different varieties, or is it stock standard?
Oh, this
There-
is all sorts of horns.
There
Standard
are
issue.
different types.
I thought they were going to be stock standard, but a lot of demons lately have all kinds of weird ass horns. So, I actually expected something like a ram.
No, mine. My stepmother's had more ram-like horns that spiraled.
Oh, so even generational, they can be very different.
Well, she's not my mother, so
But
I wouldn't have
family?
gotten them.
I skipped the
Stepmother.
horns.
My grandmother was it's interesting how tieflings work. My grandmother was actually like 25% or some part dragonborn. My great grandfather was, and she had like a light scalage around her face.
Oh, like these. He points at his eyebrows.
And believe it or not, my father was essentially a half orc.
What? Okay.
And Mavari is just sitting there small. Yeah. So.
Selchel will raise his hand. Have we seen an orc?
I don't think we have.
No.
Selchel doesn't know what is an orc.
Orcs don't exist in Kryn.
Well,
What's an orc?
they're large. Generally, is like, they sort of shuffle from like, green, grayish, green, gray. It really kind of depends on the region. Tusks. A very not the best disposition.
Racist.
I have it,
My
Like
grandfather
kobolds?
was a rather grumpy man.
Grumpy. That's a perfect word for it. Sorry.
Look, D&D introduced an entire feature called Favored Enemy, and it could be humanoid races. Rangers are meant to be racist.
Stop. Get out of here.
Look, either way, we're learning a lot about each other. It's very nice. My
Oh, it's a
world isn't,
horn cap
isn't as
products.
fascinating as you all's.
What's he
Just,
talking about? You don't ever bring it up, basically.
Well, no, because I mean, like, you have like something called machines. You have, like a land of like ruled by dragons. You have a world that is like among the stars, and in a world that seems like hell, but it's not. And mine is just quite, it just seems quite plain, unless like war and plague is something that you're like you're very much into.
Oh, every world has that.
Technically, this world is actually a really common, I assume, human world. Hardly nothing but humans here. I mean,
It's a little
they've got
more.
the occasional deity-created monstrosity, but
Yeah, this one's a little more my
pretty rare.
speed. Yeah, a little more my speed. The gods being so active is definitely new. Some of these beasts I've never seen a day in my
Well,
life.
those are all creations. They seem to get quite proud of them.
Yes,
Oh,
so this place a little more my speed. But I think I want to shake things up. Try something new. Now that I have the opportunity to.
Oh yes, the gods being active is kind of a bad omen.
What?
Here, yes.
Oh, anywhere.
Well, yeah,
I think
like
I've
go
mentioned
with
my
that.
distaste for deities.
if the gods are active, something's not quite right. Where I come from, anyway. So, you know.
Yeah, nothing more destructive than an age of heroes.
Ugh, I suppose
Oh,
so.
certainly.
Maybe an army of demons.
Yeah.
That's usually when a hero. And that's when a hero shows up. So, who do you
And
blame?
they
The demons or
say
the hero?
Wait a minute.
the demons.
The demons, the one who's orchestrating it. I can't blame the heroes.
Personally,
if they're
I
trying
agree
to
with
stop
you
it.
because of circumstances. But if the hero was there first, do you blame the first one to show up?
Is that the chicken
No.
and the egg sort of
And
No.
do
situation?
you consider them about the same, just as dangerous?
No, I
No.
think the hero's more of a telling that the end times are near. Not so
Well, I
much
feel
that
like
there's a
heroes are
cause of
going
it.
to be needed no matter what.
Oh, certainly.
As long as there's any sort of evil.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing a sort of a thought process in this.
Uh-huh.
All right. I am starting to wonder whether or not the hero isn't the most dangerous thing in the universe because, and hear me out,
Okay.
the hero always shows up if the demon's there. Did he draw them, or is his birth itself the very beginning of hell to come? So
I
is
don't-
he good if that's the case?
That
I don't
depends
think
on how
that's the
much
case.
fate you're trying to put into this.
Exactly. Are we talking like a prophecy, or are we talking about just in general?
It's
If it's
general.
prophecies, and I'd say both is
That's just
equally bad.
Prophecies
But-
are no more than warnings to come.
My grandmother
Oh,
was just
shit.
a normal person.
You have a prophecy, demons are coming, the world is coming to an end. And you have a prophecy, there will be a great hero. Ooh, isn't it the same?
No.
Because that brings calamity.
I don't think so. I think that, I mean, like, you could have, like, brigands on the road and there will be a hero to rise up just because the brigands exist.
But he was already born, so did he draw them to him? That he
Well, just
always
because
finds
someone-
the hero always finds trouble.
I suppose so, but
I
I
think
mean...
that's because the hero for it to end it, not so much that they created it. Evil exists. Heroes rise. Is it?
Exactly. I mean, just because
grandmother
of... Yeah,
did-
go ahead.
So, she was just a city god, and Melania rose up to the title of champ people, riding up on my grandfather's back to slay his dragon goddess's effigy.
The world sounds weird.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That sounds like so much more fascinating.
Oh,
but
After that, the
to
world
your-
kind of just fizzled back to normal.
Yes. But just because a person is born does not mean that, like, just something just apparates into existence. I mean, like, it's a cause and effect here.
Just
What
a
if-
thought puzzle that I've been working on.
I
Well,
look
if you
forward
think
to
about
reading it
it,
in your book.
there are some gods who are able to see the outcome. So if a god sees that the world is going to terror and end, why wouldn't they raise up and allow heroes to help save the world?
That is also true. I guess it really just depends on what world you want. What
Maybe
world
it's
you
just
in.
the thing in the world because any hero that I know of from this world is always born of the deities. So
That's called favoritism.
It sounds
they
like
kind of make the
your
test
deities
for
are
the
the
hero. So him being there first tends to be the problem.
Sound like
Maybe it's just a
favoritism.
Perspective. It kind of is. They have heavy nepotism
Nepotism.
here.
little nepo babies running around.
Serious nepo babies here.
I mean, given what Ayala told us, I think that is the case. As far as this
No, we just called Hercules a nepo baby.
Accurate, though. He's the greatest hero only because he was born from Zeus.
He was the greatest hero.
Severe Nepo baby.
That's
He
so
was
funny.
the greatest hero until, now he's definitely probably
He's
picked apart
fine.
by-
No, he's
Nah,
He got
he's-
eaten.
he's in some yeah. He's been digested and shitted out by now.
He's reconstituted himself.
He's back.
I don't think that's
I'm
how that
trying-
works out.
Watch out, guys! It's shit Achilles.
He's probably gonna want his stuff back from being.
He won't
You
be
take
needing
unless-
it, trust
32
Unless
points of
they-
shit damage.
Is it poison damage or
No, it's
My God,
emotional
so
damage.
stressed.
Definitely emotional damage.
Oh man, this is fun. Well, I'm going to Seltra.
Huh?
Are
Would
you
you like
going
to
to?
go?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no,
No,
this
that
is
was
now
fine.
two Seltras. Seltra and Seltra.
No.
Have a good night.
No, we're going to. No, we're just going to go for a walk.
That's a terrifying world with two of them.
Stop! Get me out of here.
No, no, don't do that.
You people are
Outta
weird.
here.
Seltra.
Potts finishes one more orange slice and he just waves. I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Thank you, Mavari. This was absolutely wonderful.
It was nice to spend time with Frey.
It really was. We'll do this more often from now on. Seltra, let's
It
go
was
for
good
that
to hang out with everyone again.
walk.
Good night.
Good night.
Starting to understand why my family said this was necessary.
For you?
Danielle lingers for a
Yes.
moment and stares.
Were they
I
trying to
did
make
need
you more
this.
human?
Well, it's kind of hard to understand it if you haven't lived it, and I get it now.
Well, good night, everyone. And Mavari will pick up the tray and take it to the kitchen.
Oh, you to myself. Let the staff handle that. Go enjoy yourself.
What, by going to sleep? I'm capable of washing a few dishes.
I don't know. I still kept the hot tub. It's still there, so it was a good idea. Anyway, come on,
Alrighty.
Seltra.
We'll see y'all in the morning.
All right. See you guys.
Laurel finally got to the romance scene with Seltra in Baldur's Gate 3.
Ew. All right. So after Laurel and Seltra walk out the door and go for a walk, Razmi is actually going to watch them walk out the door, and then go to Tyr's door and lightly knock on his door.
Come in.
She walks in, and she's going to tell you that she has a strange problem that she likes, and she would like your tutelage to learn more. And she will show you her arm, and she will tell you that at the peak of her training, her entire body, all the markings that she has, would light up when she was casting a high-level spell having to do
That's
with
fascinating.
what she specialized in. However, since she learned how to shape water, it hasn't worked that well, and whenever she was trying to cast a high-level spell, her whole body did not light up, only most of it. She smiles, though, as she tells you this, and she says, I want to get away from burning people and things. I want to be more like you or Seltra. I want to push people or turn them into a turtle. I don't want to set the world on fire.
All right. We can
I
start
want to be where the people are.
progressing to higher level spells and see if you can take those on. You seem to take that other one way easier than I thought it was, because I thought you'd have to start with introductory, because it's not quite the same rules being applied, but you seem to be able to pull it off, so we can try those spells and see if you can take them on.
I must admit, and this is something that Seltra doesn't know, because I don't want him to worry. I spent 30 years training with a Titan
Oh, wow.
to do what I can do. Yes, it didn't feel nice, but yes. I can do some things. And I would like you to teach me.
Absolutely. So you're looking for alternate spells, not for damage output, but for slowing them down. Do you know the impact of how much spell energy you can apply? Kind of hard for me to figure out. I'm
no.
kind of learning all this myself, kind of literally writing the book.
I don't actually know for sure.
Well, there's any number of spells that I can try to help you with. Freedom of movement, polymorph.
What is that?
And freedom of movement gets you out of any forms of binds and restraints. Down to if you're in the ocean, you can move normally. Polymorph.
I have never been submerged in the ocean.
Hopefully we'll avoid that, but it was something I was worried about at one time, so I created a spell for it. Polymorph, you've seen me use that any number of times. I also know a bit of invisibility magic. Banishments, hold monster. It's a very fascinating spell, but it's a little heavy on the academic.
What if it's not a monster?
It won't work, because it specifically works on the energies of monsters, which are a little more concentrated than people, so it takes quite a bit more effort.
Oh. I would like to learn how to turn invisible. You can do that to other people, yes?
Yes.
I would like to learn that one, please.
I know both invisibility and greater invisibility, which I would recommend. Actually, greater would probably be better.
It does have greater in the name.
Yeah. Well, I kind of named it because it does better than the other.
Why didn't you name it better invisibility?
Greater sounded better?
But what if you make another one?
I'll worry about that when I get to the bridge.
Oh, you could call it the greater invisibility.
Perfect invisibility.
Oh, that actually does sound good, yes.
Not sure what level that would be, but it's up there. Hide from deities. I hear there's a helm made on this planet that can do it. But either way.
So she is going to try to learn greater invisibility. Ooh.
Which is 4th level illusion.
Oh shit. What are we getting rid of? Oh. Let's get rid of Wall of Fire.
She is having an adverse reaction to fire-based spells, so I kind of get that.
She spends a lot of time with you, but she ends up just overwhelmed by the academics of it. And she doesn't understand, which frustrates her because she tries to take notes as you tell her these things or show her. And she's not a wizard, so she can't exactly understand what you're saying. But despite all the trying, she is unable to learn the spell. Although you do see it has an effect on her physical features. Like as she is trying to cast the spell, you can see the markings she was talking about that go up her arm, some on her chest and on one side of her face. And you can see them kind of flickering instead of lighting up.
It looks like you're getting there. You might just need to learn the book analysis of it a bit more. We'll probably finish this up tomorrow night if we don't get it tonight. You're getting there. It's a rather complex spell of omission of light. That is something difficult to wrap your head around.
She just kind of stands frustrated and she's looking at her arms, at the markings on them. I appreciate your time. Have a good evening.
Come back tomorrow night. I really want to see you do this.
Thank you. And she rushes out.
Frustration is normal. I'm always frustrated with what doesn't work. You know how many times I've tried teleport? Alright, go into meditation.
Alright. Does anybody have anything they want to do before you'll wake up the next day? Anything at all?
Usual gear maintenance.
Alrighty. Any cardio that anybody wants to do?
Nah.
Nah, we're good. We
All
already
right.
went for a walk.
I mean, with the jokes going on in the chat, there was somebody else who might have gotten some cardio in.
I'm sorry, I didn't see any of that. Alrighty. So
The
you
difference is
guys...
I wouldn't turn her down.
I think she's attractive, but I made her. So you guys wake up the next morning, and everybody's fully rested, full hit points, full spell slots, super recovered.
Come now, we're off to save the world.
This is the moment before they get to the point that I have been looking forward to for a very long time. It's not because there's some big boss inside Sparta that's going to make it better than, any other thing that they fought along the way. It's not because, the political intrigue between them and the Spartans is going to be some very high depth House of Cards shit. No, it's just because of the amount of weight and historical significance that Sparta carries. So these players, these characters, walking amongst ancient Sparta while it is being attacked and defending itself as kind of like the last bastion of life in the southern countryside is fucking amazing. And as much as I think it'd be cool to be there, Todd would easily die. So, next week, we're going to get to see these characters fight and talk in the countryside of Sparta.